Hey, I'm Adam Jusko. This is Screens and Streams. In this video, we are going to be doing a streaming comparison of some of the big services, including YouTube TV versus Hulu plus Live TV versus Sling versus Fubo versus DirecTV Stream and some other ones as well. So this comparison is sort of a comparison of the services that would replace traditional cable. So if you are cord cutting, these are the services that are going to give you your local channels in most cases, but not all, and then also a package of those cable-ish channels that you might want, like Disney, like ESPN, like CNN and or Fox News, Discovery Channel, all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to compare those types of services if you are doing a replacement of them. Now, when these streaming services first popped up, the promise was that they were going to be much cheaper than cable, and that's why so many people cut the cord. However, over time, the prices have gone up on them. So not only are you going to be paying a monthly fee that has gone up much higher than they used to be, but you also need high-speed internet to your home in order to actually watch these. And of course, you're also going to need either a smart TV or one of the devices that allows you to get these channels, something like a Roku or an Apple TV box, an Amazon Fire Stick, something along those lines. Now, those aren't overly expensive, but they're still something to consider as well. But on the upside, these services are still probably going to be cheaper than whatever you are paying for cable, and you're not going to have a lot of extra fees and taxes that go with them. You're not going to have somebody come in your home to install it for you. And the other thing that is nice about these streaming services is that if you're unhappy with one of them, very easy to cancel and go off to a different streaming service. So you can very easily try them out and then get out of it and go somewhere else if you want to. You can't easily do that with cable. We're going to compare these services using 5 main criteria. Number 1 is price. Number 2 is channels. What are you actually getting? Number 3 is DVR recording. How much can you record? How long will it last until it expires? Number 4 is simultaneous streams. How many people can be watching using the service at the same time on your account? And then number 5 is user profiles. How many people can have their own profile that is tailored to them so that they can pick up where they left off with something they may have been watching in the past, or maybe get recommendations on future things to watch based on their past history, all that kind of stuff. So let's start with YouTube TV, because as I make this video, it is the cheapest of these sort of all-in-one solutions. And by that, I mean you're going to get your local channels as well as that sort of cable-ish package of channels, $72.99 per month for YouTube TV as I make this video. With that, you are going to get your ABC, your CBS, your NBC local channels, as well as PBS. And then you're going to get a lot of those cable-ish channels like Disney and Disney XD, ESPN, you've got the NFL Network and NBA TV, CNN, Fox News, Discovery, all of that kind of stuff. Now, not every single channel that you may be interested in is going to be included with YouTube TV. In particular, I could tell you that as I make this video, no A&E, no History Channel, no Lifetime. And that brings up an important point. And that is that none of these services are going to have every single cable-ish channel that you might be familiar with. So if you have a deal breaker channel that you absolutely have to have, even if they say they've got 100 or 150 channels, that still does not necessarily mean that they're going to have the channel that is important to you. So check the channel lineup to see if they have it or not. The other point to make here is that many regional sports networks exist out there for people to watch their favorite local team, whether that is a baseball team, basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever that is. In some of these services, you might have the option to get those regional sports networks as part of the package. In some of them, you do not. In some of them, you might be able to add on. In some of them, you may not. So if that is important to you, you're going to want to check that out too. If they have the regional sports network, oftentimes it's going to be more expensive to have that service. And just to be clear, YouTube TV does not include the regional sports networks as part of the price we just talked about. Now, I said there were 5 criteria we are going to talk about. We have talked about price. We have talked about channels in terms of DVR recording. That is unlimited with YouTube TV, but the things you record will expire after 9 months. You can have up to 3 simultaneous streams going with YouTube TV, meaning 3 people can watch in 3 different places, 3 different things. You've got up to 6 user profiles, so up to 6 people can have their own profile that is personalized to them, pick up where they left off watching something, maybe get recommendations on new things to watch. And then I want to talk about the concept of the home area with YouTube TV, because some of the other services have something similar. When you establish your service, you are going to establish a home area where you are geographically, and that is going to be something that YouTube TV wants you to be logging in from that home area at least once every 3 months. So you can use the service outside of your home area. You can take it with you when you travel, use it on your phone, use it on your laptop, whatever, but they do want you once every 3 months in order to keep your service established to be using it from that home area. You can change your home area twice per year. So if you go and live somewhere else in the winter, for example, you could change your home area to that area and then change it back again. But you can't change it a million times, and you can't give your password out to a million people. Now, they don't say that that is the reason for the home area, but I have to imagine that that is part of the reason that they limit it. And again, some of these other services are going to have something similar. So if you're cutting the cord for the first time, YouTube TV is a good place to start, a little cheaper than the other all-in-one solutions that we are going to talk about, meaning it has your local channels and it gives you a good package of those cable-ish channels. Now, the other all-in-one solutions are going to give you a little bit more than YouTube TV, and so that is something to consider as well. Now let's talk about Hulu Plus Live TV, because this will show you the difference in price and the differentiation from YouTube TV. So Hulu Plus Live TV, $76.99 per month. It's going to be similar to YouTube TV in the fact that it's going to give you your local channels, ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, and then it's going to give you that big package of cable-ish channels, ESPN, Disney, Nick and Nick Jr., CNN, all of those sorts of things. Now, in addition to that, what you are going to get is Hulu original programming. So you're going to have your on-demand series that might be original to Hulu, some on-demand movies that might be original, as well as a library of older things as well. In addition to that, you're going to get Disney Plus and you're going to get ESPN Plus. So you're also going to have that as part of the mix. So you're getting a little extra here on top of what you would get from YouTube TV. Whether that is something you find attractive or not, that is up to you. You also should know that both the Hulu original programming and the Disney Plus and ESPN Plus at that $76.99 price, those are going to have ads, and those can be a little jarring. I have Hulu Plus Live TV myself, and sometimes I find them annoying. If you want to get rid of the ads on those particular services, well, then you're going to have to pay more. In fact, quite a bit more, $89.99 per month if you want no ads on any of that stuff. And to be clear, if you pay more for no ads, you're only getting rid of the ads on Hulu's original programming, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. Any of the commercials that would be part of your local channels or any of those cable-ish channels that we've been talking about would still be there. Now, the other factors. DVR recording unlimited with Hulu Plus Live TV. You've got a 9-month expiration. You can have up to 2 simultaneous streams only with Hulu Plus Live TV. You have up to 6 user profiles, again, so you can customize it per person in your household. And then you do have the home network concept here as well that you can change up to 4 times per year if you want to. But again, it is something where you're going to have to check in every so often on your home network, wherever that is designated for the service to continue to run. So Hulu Plus Live TV giving you a little bit more, charging you a little more to have it. Is that worth it? It's up to you. Now let's talk about Fubo TV. A couple years ago, I probably would have put Fubo a step down from some of these other services, but that has definitely changed. As I make this video, $79.99 per month for Fubo. That's going to get you your local channels. It is going to get you a ton of those cable-ish channels. Again, if you have a deal breaker channel, make sure you check the lineup, but there is a ton there. Now, where Fubo differentiates itself is in sports. First off, in the past year or so, they have added these regional sports networks that the other services we've already talked about do not have, and that is part of that $79.99 price. So if you've got a local baseball, basketball, soccer team, hockey team, whatever, that is on one of those regional sports networks, it should be included with Fubo. Again, check your channel lineups to make sure, but that is part of it. And then they also have a ton of sports from other countries, in particular soccer. So if you like to keep track of European soccer leagues, that kind of stuff, you're going to have a whole lot of opportunities to do that with some of the other channels that are part of the Fubo lineup. Fubo offers 1,000 hours of DVR recording with their base package. You've got 12 simultaneous streams, which technically is 10 streams in your home, 2 outside of your home, which should be enough for anyone. You've got 6 user profiles with Fubo. As far as I know, Fubo does not do the home network or home area situation that YouTube TV and Hulu Plus Live TV do, so that may be something that is attractive to you as well. So Fubo might be the best all-in-one package if sports in particular are very important to you. All right, let's talk about Sling TV. Sling is cheaper than any of the services we have talked about thus far, but it is a different animal. And in particular, it is a different animal because it does not give you your local channels. In some markets, you might get 1 or 2 of your local channels, but you're not going to get all of them. So if you want your ABC, CBS, NBC, local Fox affiliate, you aren't going to be able to get those from Sling TV. Now, if you can pull those in using an antenna, you could pay for Sling to give you a package of those cable-ish channels and then just get your local channels through that antenna. But if that is not something that is feasible for you, you might not like Sling. Now, Sling gives you 3 options in terms of what you get and what you pay for it. It has a blue package that costs $40 per month. It has an orange package that costs $40 per month. Or you can get both packages and pay $55 per month. One of the things that Sling does, which I find to be a little sneaky if I'm being honest, is that they sort of surgically cut the channels that are included in the orange package or the blue package so that you're probably going to want to pay a little bit more and get both of them. So both of the packages have a whole bunch of channels in common, A&E, CNN, History Channel, and a bunch of others. However, on the orange package, that is the package that has Disney, it has ESPN as well as ESPN 2 and 3, it has Freeform, Motor Trend. Those are the ones that are only in the orange package. And then the blue package has those channels that are in common with both of them, but then it has things like Discovery, Bravo, Fox News, the NFL Network, and a bunch of other things, but it does not have the Disney or the ESPN and those other things that I mentioned. So if you want to have all of that stuff, you're going to have to pay the $55 to get both packages. If one of those packages works for you and you don't care about the things that are missing from it that the other package has, well then $40 per month. And so that is obviously a lot less than any of the other things that we've talked about. Even at $55, we're significantly less than the other services. Sling is going to give you up to 50 hours of DVR recording time, and the things that you record do not have an expiration date attached to them. In terms of simultaneous streams, a little strange. Any channel that is part of the blue package is going to have the ability to have 3 simultaneous streams. So 3 different people could be watching anything from the blue package. Anything in the orange package, only 1 stream at a time. So that means in particular, Disney and ESPN is probably what we're thinking of there. Now you might think that if you bought both of them, that would allow you to get the 3 or maybe even 4 simultaneous streams on anything, but that is not the case. Even if you are paying that $55 for both the orange and blue package, anything that is only in the orange package, again, Disney and ESPN in particular, 1 stream. In terms of user profiles, you have up to 4 of those with Sling. So again, up to 4 people can have their own profile within the larger account. So Sling can be a good option if you can get your local channels on your own, get you a lot of those cable-ish channels at a lower price. Now there is one more service to talk about here in what I consider to be sort of the big 5 when you are making this decision, although I have to say that this service is sort of being pushed out of the big 5 as far as I'm concerned, because I would choose probably almost any of these other ones before I would choose it. And that is DirecTV Stream. DirecTV Stream charges $79.99 per month for its entertainment package, which is essentially your local channels and then a plethora of those sort of cable-ish channels that we have talked about. Now, what used to sort of differentiate DirecTV Stream was you could get those regional sports networks through it when you couldn't get them anywhere else. You had to pay more, but you couldn't really get them even with any of these other streaming services. Well, now Fubo TV offers these regional sports networks, and if you get them through DirecTV Stream, you have to go up a level to its choice package, which costs $108.99 per month, significantly more than what Fubo is charging you. So it's hard to see exactly why you would choose DirecTV Stream over any of these others. At the lower package, YouTube TV is cheaper, probably the choice. At that higher level, you're paying a whole heck of a lot more to DirecTV Stream to get what you could get from Fubo at a cheaper price. Yes, there might be some other extra channels that DirecTV Stream has, but overall, it's hard to see why you would choose it. Now that I've given it that ringing endorsement, I will tell you that it has unlimited DVR with a 9-month expiration date. It has unlimited numbers of streams that you can do at the same time when you are at home. You can have 3 outside of the home, so that's a little better than what we've seen in other places. In terms of user profiles, as I make this video, still just 1. So really the only streaming service out there that is not allowing to have multiple people in a home use that service and have it sort of tailored to them, picking up where they left off with shows, getting recommendations based on past viewing, all of that sort of thing. So it's another place where DirecTV Stream falls short. And then I'll mention a handful of other services. These are not really replacements for cable if you are cutting the cord, but they might give you some cable-ish channels at a lower price than the services that we have talked about. And we'll also talk about some free options that really aren't going to be a replacement for your cable, but they give you some extra content. Maybe if you are getting your local channels through an antenna, but you'd like to have some other options for more content. Philo TV at $25 per month, sort of a Sling competitor. You don't get your local channels here, but you get a package of cable-ish channels like A&E, the History Channel, Discovery Channel, and a bunch of others as well. So again, if you want to have something a little additive to the local channels that you might be picking up from an antenna, here's another option for you. Friendly is another option in this same vein, only $6.99 per month as I make this video, but you're not getting a whole lot here, a smaller package of those cable-ish channels. And then for free services, there's Pluto TV, Tubi TV, the Roku channel, and then Sling Free Stream, which is something that you can access from Sling even if you are not a Sling paid customer. So that is sort of a different animal there from Sling as well. All of these are going to offer you free content that is either on demand, or they may have channels that are sort of broadcasting in the traditional sense where you can just come in and watch whatever happens to be on. None of them are going to be a replacement for traditional cable. None of them are going to have as much as these other things that we talked about. So that is an overview of what is out there right now. Like I said at the beginning of the video, with all of these services, pretty easy to get in and out of them. So if you try one or they jack up the price on you and you don't want it anymore, you can just move on to the next one. You don't have to have anyone come to your house. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to get on the phone in order to cancel them. So that is a pretty nice thing. Questions, comments, please put those in that comments section below. If you don't have a comment or you don't have a question, probably the next thing you're going to want to do is watch this video.